Let us discuss the salt analysis. Confirmatory test for a sulfide. We will go for confirmatory test for a sulfide. First, we will prepare sodium carbonate extract. We will take sulfide salt. Sulfide salt we will take. This sulfide salt is having cation, suppose so and so cation. This solid you are taking. To this you are adding sodium carbonate. Then you are adding water and you are boiling the contents. Then you are cooling the contents. Then you are filtering. Then you are filtering the contents. You are getting residue. You are getting residue and filtrate. Residue and filtrate. Now residue and filtrate you are getting. Okay. In the residue, what will be there? We'll see. In the residue, what is present? This metal cation. This metal cation takes this carbonate and becomes metal carbonate. Metal carbonate precipitate. It is precipitate. This metal cation takes this carbonate and becomes metal carbonate precipitate. This anion, this sulfide anion takes this sodium and becomes a sodium sulfide which goes to filtrate. That means the given salt anion we are converting into sodium salt. That is the theme of sodium carbonate extract preparation. Sir, here given salt anion is sulfide. Given salt anion is sulfide that we have converted into sodium salt by preparing sodium carbonate extract. So sodium carbonate extract contains these sodium ions, then sulfide ions and carbonate ions. Carbonate ions in the sense excess sodium carbonate. Excess sodium carbonate goes to the filtrate. Okay, so these sulfide ions taking sodium ions and becoming sodium sulfide, which goes to solution. Sodium ions, sulfide ions, and excess carbonate goes to solution. This excess carbonate goes to solution. So sodium carbonate extract contains sodium ions, sulfide ions, carbonate ions. Okay. Now we are doing a which one in the sense sulfide confirmatory test. So we prepared a sodium sodium carbonate extract. We prepared sodium carbonate extract contains the given anion sulfide in the form of sodium salt and a carbonate because of excess. Okay. Now in the confirmatory test for a sulfide, first test is a sodium nitroprusside test. Sodium nitroprusside test. Sodium nitroprusside test. Okay. What is nitroprusside ion? That we will see. Nitroprusside ion or sodium nitroprusside formula we will see. That is Na2 Fe Cn 5 times NO. Cn 5 times NO. It is sodium nitroprusside formula. Sodium nitroprusside formula Na2 Fe Cn 5 times NO. Sodium nitroprusside. Sodium is having +1 oxidation number. Sodium is having +1 oxidation number. Therefore, the complex is anion. The complex is anionic complex. So, anionic complex is 2 minus. The complex is having net charge 2 minus. Why? Because sodium is 2, sodium is there, so +2. So, complex is having net charge -2. Okay. Here, Cn is a cyanide ligand. Cn is cyanide ligand. Cyanide ligand. Its formula is Cn minus. Okay. Regarding NO, we'll see this NO will take nitrogen comes under group number 5A. Nitrogen comes under group number 5A. So this valence shell is having 5 electrons. Oxygen is coming under group number 6A. So this valence shell is having 6 electrons. Now these 2 electrons are going for bonding. It is nitric oxide NO. Nitric oxide NO. Here Fe is there. Fe is having some oxidation number. Fe is having some oxidation number. So how it will be there, that we will see. Now Fe is having some oxidation number. Okay, it is having some oxidation number. Now this cyanide is making a linkage. That how the linkage will be there, we will see. Cyanide is having like this. Cyanide is having like this charge. This Fe, this ion is giving vacant orbital. Cyanide is giving lone pair. Therefore, dative bond formation is possible. So, dative bond is forming between what means ion and cyanide. Dative bond is possible. So, due to that dative bonding, that dative bonding will write ion is having some oxidation number. So, now cyanide ligand we will write. It is one cyanide ligand. Cyanide ligand we have written. This carbon is having negative charge. Cell. Like this, this cyanide ligand we have written. It is another cyanide ligand. It is third cyanide ligand. It is fourth cyanide ligand. It is fifth cyanide ligand. Okay. Next, nitric oxide. Next, this nitric oxide with ion, how it will be there? This ion and nitric oxide, how the coordination will be there, that we will see. Ion and nitric oxide, that we are seeing. So we are taking ion. It is having some oxidation number in the nitroprusside. Then we are taking nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is having so and so. Now it is ion is providing vacant orbital. In the nitric oxide, this nitrogen is providing lone pair and dative bond is possible. Cell. So between this ion and the nitric oxide, bond is formed. Bond is formed. Now this one electron we have written here. This one electron we have written here. Now next step you see that. Next step, this electron is shifting to ion. Therefore, ion oxidation number decreases by 1 unit. Nitrogen gets +1. Nitrogen gets +1 oxidation number. Nitrogen gets +1 oxidation number. Therefore, in FeCN 5 times, FeCN 5 times NO2 minus, it is nitroprusside anion. For this net charge is +1. Yeah, for NO, nitrogen is having +1 oxidation number. Why? Because from nitrogen, one electron goes to ion. Therefore, ion oxidation number decreases by 1 unit. Nitrogen is getting +1 charge. So, nitrogen NO is having +1 charge. Cn is having -1 charge 5 times, therefore -5. Now see, it is -5, it is +1, it is -2. Therefore, what is its oxidation number? What is its oxidation number? For cyanide, -1, 5 times -5, NO is +1, total charge is -2. So what is the oxidation number of ion in nitroprusside ion? In nitroprusside ion, what is the oxidation number? What is the oxidation number of ion? What is the value, do you say? Sir, for ion we will take X. Cyanide is 5 times. For cyanide -1. For NO +1 equal to -2. Net charge is -2. Net charge -2. Therefore, X is equal to how much shall we say? X is equal to how much shall we say? +2. So oxidation number of ion in nitroprusside is +2. Oxidation number of ion in nitroprusside is +2. Sorry, okay. Now we are taking this nitroprusside ion for testing a sulfide. Now we will take sodium carbonate extract. Sodium carbonate extract we are taking. This sodium carbonate extract contains anions. What are the anions? One is sulfide, because we have prepared the sodium carbonate extract from sulfide salt. Another one is carbonate, because it is excess sodium carbonate. To this we are adding sodium nitroprusside ion. Sodium nitroprusside we are adding. What happens? What is obtained? What substance is formed? The substance formed is FeCN 5 times NOS is produced. Now charge is 4 minus. This complex is having purple color. This complex is having purple color or violet color. This complex is having purple color or violet color. Sir, in the this is the test for sulfide. This test is called sodium nitroprusside test. Sir, we have in this test how to do? We are taking sodium carbonate extract. To that we are adding sodium nitroprusside. We are getting a solution as purple color or violet color we are getting. The formula of purple color is FeCN 5 times NOS, net charge is 4 minus. This complex we are getting. Sorry. In the previous case, sulfite conformity test we discussed. In the sulfite conformity test, first we removed excess carbonate from sodium carbonate extract, then we continued confirmatory test. Here in this case, we added sodium nitroprusside directly and we are saying purple color is obtained without removing excess carbonate. Why is it so? Without removing excess carbonate, directly we added sodium nitroprusside and we got purple color or violet color. Sir, why is it so? That we'll see. Now, sodium nitroprusside we are taking, in that ion is having +2 oxidation number and one ligand is NO, N is having +1 charge and 5 cyanides are there. 5 cyanides are present. Cn minus is 5 times present. Sir, to this what we are, this is nitroprusside ion. For this net charge is 2 minus. It is nitroprusside ion. Okay. To this what this is added into sodium carbonate extract. Extract contains sulfide. Sulfur comes under group number 6A. So this valency shell is having 6 electrons. Because of 2 minus 2 more electrons. Now what happens here? That we'll see. This lone pair is involved in bonding with the N here. Therefore, we are getting here Fe is having 2 plus charge. This 5 times cyanide is present. 5 times cyanide is present. Now this N double bond O, it is making a bond with the sulfur. Since it is gaining an electron, plus charge is vanished. Since it loses one electron, -2 becomes -1. Now net charge is how much we will see. What is the net charge? For 5 times cyanide -5, ion is +2, NOS is having -1. Therefore, how much means 4 minus. Sir, we got 4 minus. Sir, this complex is having purple color or violet color. Okay. It is the test called sodium nitroprusside test. It is the confirmatory test for sulfide. Now, without removing excess carbonate as carbon dioxide, we have proceeded sulfide test. Why didn't you remove carbonate? Sir, carbonate we will take as like this. It is the carbonate, CO3 2 minus. Now carbonate anion is present in sodium carbonate extract, sulfide anion also present. Sulfide is going for linking with the nitrogen but not carbonate. Why? Because here oxygen is also having lone pair. Oxygen is also having lone pair as like sulfur. But sulfur is having higher tendency to donate lone pair than oxygen because of its low electronegativity. Therefore, sulfur is bonding with nitrogen but not oxygen. Therefore, though carbonate is present, it is not interfering in this test. It is not interfering in this test. Sorry. It is not interfering in this test. Therefore, we did not remove carbonate and we proceeded directly. What about in the previous case? In the previous case, we discussed sulfite analysis. Sulfite test we did, barium chloride test for sulfite. In the sulfite test, we took sodium carbonate extract. Sodium carbonate extract we took. Here, sulfite anion is present and carbonate is present. First we removed carbonate, then only we proceeded sulfite. Why did we do? Is carbonate interfering radical in that case? That we will check. Now we will add barium chloride salt solution we will add. It is a reagent. Sulfite will precipitate as barium sulfite. white precipitate. Sulfite is precipitating as white precipitate. What about carbonate? Carbonate with barium becomes barium carbonate. Now you say barium carbonate is soluble in water or insoluble in water. What do you say? Barium carbonate is soluble in water or insoluble in water? Regarding carbonates, what we said? All the metal carbonates are insoluble in water except alkali metal carbonates. Therefore, it is also insoluble. This is also white precipitate. Now say carbonate is interfering radical or not. Suppose you are getting white precipitate, you are doing the test, confirmatory test means whether in order to confirm sulfite only you are doing the test. So in the when you are doing test, sulfite should involve in the reaction, but not carbonate. Here carbonate is involving means carbonate is interfering in the test. Carbonate is interfering means what you have to do? First we have to remove the carbonate, then only we have to do sulfite. So that only first we are removing carbonate as carbon dioxide by adding dilute acid. Then we are testing sulfite because of interfering radical carbonate. Sorry, okay. But in the case of sulfide case, this carbonate is not interfering. Sulfide is directly attacking nitrogen, and we are getting this. Since it is not interfering, we are not bothering about this carbonate in nitroprusside test. Sorry, okay. In the sulfide test, in the sulfide confirmatory test, next test we will do it. We will discuss. That is a lead acetate test. Lead acetate test. Confirmatory test for sulfide. Next one is a lead acetate test. Now we will take sodium carbonate extract. Sodium carbonate extract will take. Sodium carbonate extract contains sulfide anion and carbonate anion. Sodium carbonate extract contains sulfide anion and carbonate anion. Now first let us add dilute acid in order to remove carbonate as carbon dioxide. Sorry. Then the resultant solution contains sulfide but not carbonate. Carbonate is not there in the resultant solution, only sulfide is there. To this, what is added? Lead acetate solution is added. Lead acetate solution is added. Now, this lead and sulfide becomes lead sulfide, which is black precipitate. Now, this sulfide and lead becomes lead sulfide. Lead sulfide is a black precipitate. Okay. Now we will see why to remove carbonate. Why to remove carbonate? If you do not remove carbonate, what will happen? If you do not remove carbonate here, this carbonate will combine with the lead and gives lead carbonate. Lead carbonate is insoluble in water. That also will be precipitated. Of course, that is white. Even then, that is precipitating. So we will get a confusion. Therefore, only we are removing carbonate as carbon dioxide. Then we are proceeding sulfide test. Sir. So before adding lead acetate, we have to remove the carbonate. Otherwise, this carbonate with the lead becomes a lead carbonate white precipitate. Sir. To avoid that, we are removing carbonate first by adding dilute acid. What dilute acid we can add? As like in sulfite we discussed as like here only. Here also same. We are adding dilute acetic acid. Dilute acetic acid. We should not add dilute HCl. We should not add dilute sulfuric acid. Dilute nitric acid we should not add. If you add dilute HCl or dilute sulfuric acid, dilute nitric acid, what will happen? This sulfide also becoming H2S and goes out. This sulfide also goes out as H2S gas, hydrogen sulfide gas. So we have to add dilute acetic acid only. Sorry, okay. So this test is called a lead acetate test. Okay. Next one is called a confirmatory test for a nitrite. Confirmatory test for nitrite we will discuss. Confirmatory test for nitrite. Sir, we are discussing confirmatory test for a nitrite. For a confirmatory test for nitrite, we are not going via sodium carbonate extract. Why we need not consider sodium carbonate extract for doing confirmatory test for nitrite? One reason is all the metal nitrites are soluble in water, except silver nitrite. All the metal nitrites are soluble in water except silver nitrite. Therefore, the given nitrite salt is coming under soluble in water. So, the given nitrite salt is soluble salt. Therefore, we need not go nitrite, sodium carbonate extract we need not consider. Sodium carbonate extract we need not consider. Sir, okay. So, for nitrite confirmatory test, we are not taking sodium carbonate extract, directly salt solution we are taking, because all the metal nitrites are quite soluble in water. Sir, now nitrite test we will see how to do nitrite test. One test is called a ferrous sulfate test. Now we will take nitrite salt solution. We will take nitrite salt solution we have taken. Just adding water we will get nitrite salt solution. To this we are adding dilute acid. Dilute acid, what acid means? Dilute acetic acid we are adding. Dilute acetic acid we are adding. Okay. We are not adding a dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4 or dilute nitric acid. We are not adding. Okay. Then we are adding a ferrous sulfate solution. We are getting a result is a dark brown we are getting, otherwise black color solution we are getting. So what is the reaction that we will see. Now this nitrite NO2 minus with this acid becomes HNO2, nitrous acid becomes HNO2. NO2 minus with acid dilute acid becomes HNO2, becomes nitrous acid. This nitrous acid is unstable, so it undergoes disproportionation to give nitric acid and nitric oxide. We added ferrous sulfate is the next reagent. This ferrous sulfate with nitric oxide gives the compound FeSO4NO. This compound is obtained. This compound is in the form of complex. What is the complex that we'll see? This FeSO4 aqueous is in the form of complex, that is Fe is having ligands water. Fe is having ligands water, and here outer side SO4 will be there. Here 2 minus, here 2 plus. Okay. Now nitric oxide comes. Now what happens? We will see Fe is having ligands water. Here ligands water we will write. Here Fe is having 2 plus oxidation number. Rest of the 5 water molecules we will write here. Now nitric oxide will take. Nitric oxide is so and so. What happens means it is attacking this and water is leaving. Therefore we will get Fe 2 plus NO. Nitrogen is having one lone electron and 5 water molecules will be there. Next step, what happens? This electron is shifting to ion, Therefore, Fe becomes +1 oxidation number, and this this NO we will write. N is getting positive charge. Due to loss of electron. These 5 water molecules we will write. So this we will write in the form of what means Fe, H2O 5 times, NO, and outer side what means this sulfate. Outer side sulfate. It is having charge 2 minus. Therefore, here charge 2 plus. 2 plus means this NO is having +1. This Fe is having +1. Fe is having +1. Okay. This complex only is giving what color means dark brown or black coloration. Dark brown or black coloration is obtained. Okay. So nitrite test. So for nitrite, what is the test? You are adding dilute acetic acid. Nitrite takes acid and becomes HNO2. HNO2 is unstable, therefore it undergoes disproportionation to give nitric acid and nitric oxide. Now, then you are adding reagent FeSO4 solution. FeSO4 solution with the nitric oxide gives so and so FeSO4NO. It is actually in the form of complex. This Fe is here. Complex is like this. Actually in the form of complex, so and so complex. Now this Fe2 plus aqueous is FeH2 6 times 2 plus this sulfate. One water molecule is replaced by NO. So you are getting FeH2O 5 times NoSO4. You are getting like this. This complex present in the resultant solution which gives a dark brown or black coloration. Now we can see that here NO2 minus aqueous, to this you are adding dilute acetic acid, NO2 minus becoming HNO2. HNO2 is converting into HNO3 and NO. NO is combining with FeSO4 to give dark brown or black coloration. This is the test for nitrite. It is a test for nitrite. Okay. We will see next test for nitrite. We will go for a second test for nitrite. Second test, starch iodide test. So next test is what means starch iodide test. Starch iodide test we will see for nitrite. We will take nitrite salt solution. We'll take nitrite salt solution, directly salt solution, not sodium carbonate extract. To this we are adding dilute acid. What dilute acid we are adding here? Sulfuric acid. Sir, we added a dilute sulfuric acid. We added here. Up to now, up to just before, we added dilute sulfuric acid, not dilute acetic acid. We added. Now we are adding dilute sulfuric acid. Sir, then we will add potassium iodide solution. Then we are adding starch solution. We are getting a blue colored solution. Sir, how the reaction will be there? We'll see. NO2 minus with I minus. NO2 minus with I minus gives I2 and NO. Nitric oxide. NO2 minus becoming nitric oxide. This NO2 minus becoming what means nitric oxide. Then I2 is formed. I minus is converted into I2. This I2 with the starch. This I2 with the starch. What we will get? We will see. Starch we will write like this. Starch is a polymer. So polymer we have written like this. Polymeric chain. Then I2 will go into the chain. I2 will go into the empty space of chain. I2 is going into the empty space of chain. Now this is called starch iodine complex. It is called starch iodine complex. This starch iodine complex is having blue color. This starch iodine complex is having blue color. Sir, here we added dilute sulfuric acid. We are adding dilute sulfuric acid. Sorry. Dilute sulfuric acid we are adding means this NO2 minus. This NO2 minus with the dilute acid will become, with the dilute acid will become NO2 we said. NO2 gas. How it is giving NO2 gas, that we'll see. NO2 minus with the dilute acid gives HNO2. HNO2 undergoes a disproportionation to give HNO3 and NO. HNO3 and NO. This NO with the atmospheric oxygen becomes NO2. Sorry. So this NO2 minus reacting with the dilute acid and becoming NO2 gas which escapes away. Then here no NO2 minus will be there, no nitrite will be there. Then how to proceed I minus test? How to proceed I minus test? But here they have taken dilute sulfuric acid. So this we will take as a exception case. We will remember that we are not adding dilute acetic acid, we are adding dilute sulfuric acid. We will remember. Then sorry, we will remember. Okay, we will memorize it. Okay, leave it. We said dilute acid test in the sense what are the anions? Carbonate, sulfide, then nitrite. It is a classification. It is a subject. Then how they added dilute sulfuric acid? How they added dilute sulfuric acid here? For which this point we will take. It is a disproportionation reaction. This disproportionation in the sense it goes. This is a disproportionation reaction. Okay. Nitrous acid we can prepare. We can use it. Nitrous acid we can prepare and we can use it. But this nitrous acid should be prepared and should be used immediately because it is unstable. Why? Because it is going for disproportionation. Sorry. Therefore, only we are getting NO2 gas. So, to the nitrite, if you add acid, we will get NO2 gas. Okay. Now, so here in this place, NO2 minus will not be there, nitrite will not be there. Then how to proceed? How to proceed this test? For which you are taking water extract, you are adding dilute sulfuric acid, add I minus immediately. Add dilute sulfuric acid is added, followed by adding potassium iodide and starch. So what will happen? Part of nitrite will convert like this. Part of nitrite will convert like this. This NO2 also with I minus. This NO2 with I minus gives what means I2 and NO. I2 and NO. Therefore, this I2 with the starch gives a blue colored solution. Therefore, we need not bother about adding dilute sulfuric acid. We can add. Sorry. Okay. So we are remembering that in the starch iodide test, we are adding dilute sulfuric acid. Dilute sulfuric acid we are adding. In the rest of the cases, what we discussed earlier, there we added dilute acetic acid. We added. Okay. Next, we will go for a confirmatory test for a chloride. Confirmatory test for chloride we will take. Okay. For this We will take sodium carbonate extract. We are taking a sodium carbonate extract. This sodium carbonate extract contains Cl minus aqueous and carbonate aqueous. Sodium carbonate extract contains Cl minus aqueous and carbonate aqueous is there. Okay. Now we will do the test, chloride test. The test is called silver nitrate test. Silver nitrate test. So to this, let us add silver nitrate solution. So what happens? This chloride with Ag plus gives silver chloride white precipitate. White precipitate. To this white precipitate, let us add ammonia solution. Dilute ammonia. Dilute ammonia solution let us add. The white precipitate dissolves. The white precipitate is dissolving. The white precipitate dissolves due to formation of complex. Due to formation of complex, white precipitate is dissolving. So, it is a test for a chloride. Now what about carbonate? This carbonate in the sodium carbonate extract takes Ag plus from silver nitrate and becomes silver carbonate, which is also white precipitate. So carbonate is interfering in the test. Therefore, before adding silver nitrate solution, we have to remove carbonate. So how to remove carbonate? By adding dilute acid. We know that chloride is not coming under dilute acid test. In the dilute acid test, which anions are coming? Carbonate, sulfide, nitrite. Chloride is not coming under a dilute acid test. So we can add dilute acid in order to remove carbonate. Okay. So to remove carbonate as carbon dioxide, we are adding dilute acid. So which dilute acid can we add? Can we add dilute HCl? Shall we add dilute HCl in order to remove carbonate as carbon dioxide or no? Of course, Cl minus is coming under concentrated acid test. It is not coming under dilute acid test. So shall we add dilute HCl in order to remove carbonate? Shall we add or we shall not? Sir, if you add dilute HCl, what happens? This H plus converts carbonate into carbon dioxide. This Cl minus will be there in the resultant solution. No? This Cl minus will take Ag plus and AgCl precipitate. No? Therefore, when you are analyzing Cl minus, when you are testing Cl minus, how can we add HCl minus? We cannot. Therefore, we can't add dilute HCl. So, can we add dilute sulfuric acid? Can we add dilute sulfuric acid? Okay. Now, this H plus, this dilute sulfuric acid H plus, converting carbonate into carbon dioxide gas, sulfate will be there in the solution. This sulfate will do what? This sulfate with silver gives what? That we'll see. Sulfate with silver gives a silver sulfate. Okay. Regarding sulfates, all the metal sulfates are soluble in water, except lead sulfate, strontium sulfate, barium sulfate, silver sulfate and aged calcium sulfate.